What's good, internet? My name is attackslug. Welcome back to Wrestling Empire on the Nintendo Switch. And the deck just gets stacked that much higher. I must now once again increase my winning ratio before the deadline or get fired from school, which I imagine is game over. But also an extra day here, which was supposed to be pay-per-view, but it got canceled. So, like, I would like to challenge somebody on this extra day. That'd be nice. It won't let me, but I would certainly say, hey, newbie Nate, but you can't click on anybody. So I don't know how, or even if, any of that is entirely possible to even accomplish. So, unfortunate, but now, a submission match against Test. This is a test. What am I supposed to do? Welcome to a fine Thursday. Mic in my hand, and with a heavy heart here on a Thursday, trying to increase my win ratio once again. But last time that I was challenged to increase a ratio in school, the coach granted me leniency. He said, look, I can see you're trying, so it's fine. We'll give you a couple more days to get it done. Or weeks to get it done. And that was good. So I'm hoping if I can't get it in these 3 matches, to hit that ratio, then the coach will once again grant me some leniency. You may have won last time, Slug, but one win don't mean anything in this business. Test, we were a tag team. So, bruh, how many hits to the head did you have in a matchup? But now it is time for me to fix this camera because it's not great. Better? Better. So submissions, Test, submissions. We'll see how this pans out. Now, it is Thursday. This weekend is the Royal, the Ramble, the Rumble, right? And so usually on pay-per-view weekends, that means that we have Pixels on Friday, and we have the Rumble predictions on Saturday. That is still the plan. Like, I might have some of this show on Saturday, maybe, depending on my individual schedule with how the week works. But right now, we're done for this week with this show here today, and then we'll pick up, perhaps Saturday, perhaps Monday, I don't know. But obviously, Rumble on Sunday, so there is your scheduling note. I'll have up my predictions on Saturday afternoon, as I usually do for pay-per-view. But Test here is a problem. That was straight to the floor. Test is a problem. So, again, I have 3 matches. I need 3 wins. And can I make it a win with those 3? It's gonna be debatable, because certainly this game knows when to pour it on, and it's pouring it on. So, it is Thursday, which means that we had NXT and what? Enough with the choke bombs, Test. Why, big man? Why? I don't understand. Coach, you're just screwing me there. The big boot. I'm just getting hosed here in this matchup. It is not agreeable to ya boy. So what the hell? Test. This is supposed to be submissions. Submissions, Test, and a rope break. Well, I am once again busted open, and I'm losing here pretty handily to Test. So I'm gonna get fired if I don't get some easier opponents in the next 2 matches. And even that might not be enough. So, AEW opened with Eddie Kingston and the Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer. And Eddie, by his family, won that match. You know, lie, cheat, and steal. All that good stuff for an Eddie to do. But yeah, some beadness there. Canadian Destroyer, sort of, or whatever. But that was interesting. And speaking of to the outside, man, that choke slam from the inside to the apron on Eddie Kingston was brutal. Like, man, what a ridiculous bump for a TV show. Like, sure, pay-per-view, I get it. TV show, relax yourself a little bit. Like, that was a sick bump, right? But yes, the Butcher and the Blade had Jake the Snake and the Bunny handed the Nux, as it were, to Eddie, who knocks out Archer and wins that matchup. We had Darby and Sting saying that they're hoodlums as they build towards the street fight at Revolution, which is now going to be March the 7th. So not end of February, it is now going to be in March. So I want to lock in a submission here on Test. It's going poorly. Poorly. But I'm fighting back, man. I'm fighting back. Yes, yes, yes. That's happening. So Jericho MJF continue their tag team dominance, and they fought the Varsity Blondes, and they beat the Varsity Blondes, and the ending of that match was Jericho hitting the Judas Effect, and then for good measure, only for good measure, and because he botched it last week, he had to hit that Lion Saw and prove he could still do it at 50. Like, that to me, that's just Jericho being Jericho. But yeah, he had to put some stank on that one. Woo! And do that business. So, not surprising. The leg lock on Test. That's right. The submission acumen of the Slug gonna take out Test and his testicles. So, beyond that, Cody responded to Shaq about Revolution, about having that match as a mixed tag team match. And it was going to be Cody and Brandy, but obviously Brandy is going to be out for a bit with the whole pregnancy deal, right? So, of course, Red Velvet going to step up, and it's going to be Cody and Red Velvet versus Shaq and Jade Cargill at Revolution. That's the plan. It's no longer a mystery. But speaking of Revolution, we have the fact that it's going to be on a Sunday. So not the usual AEW show, right, on a Saturday, because that Saturday, UFC. And you don't want to go head-to-head with UFC. Wouldn't be prudent. Wouldn't be smart. Tap, Test. Tap. Your big old legs. It's a weakness. Hangman Page fought the younger brother of Dolph Ziggler on this show, who obviously was there to job to Hangman Page. But yes, Ryan Nemeth lost to Hangman, and that was, fine for what it was. Alright. Continuing to work the legs. Why wouldn't you? They're so long, it is a target here from Test. Why won't you tap? Mr. Test, why won't you tap? Now, we had, also in that matchup, ringside for reasons, Big Money Matt Hardy trying to recruit Page in some way, saying, look, you're getting dressed in the hallway, I have a big locker room, join me there. Join me there, right? So we'll see how that pans out, but everyone wants to recruit Hangman, who just wants to be alone and drink his drink, right? So that was the case there. Jungle Boy fought Dax the Axe, as they're saying now. And the way this panned out was that we had, come on, man, you're in this. There we go. He tapped. He tapped. That is one victory. I need 2 more, and maybe I'll hit that percentage to advance here in this Skiwo. You tap, Test. I told you were going to tap. But the thing here in this match was that Dax's tag team partner and his manager were both handcuffed to Luchasaurus, so they could not interfere on his behalf, and Jungle Boy wins by a submission. My progress. Like, I'm winning, but losing strength and losing attitude because I'm being hindered. Okay. I don't want to waste my time refereeing this match. Usually, I want the money, but I'm here today to actually find out, am I fired or not? So no, I'm done for the night. I've helped so much in this school. I've done commentary, I've been a champion, I've been a referee, I've done it all. I'm a multi-talented superstar, and yet I can't get a deal. Outlaw Eaton is going to All-American Wrestling. Miss Viola is sad he left Wrestling Rev. Maple Leaf Grappling is significantly more popular in recent weeks. Rory Awesome is going to Wrestling Rev. Hugh Morris got a deal. Why can't I get a deal? Graffiti status is being compromised by being here in the school. An attack slug challenge to get to 76%. What is my current percent? I do not know. Hey, they want me at Weekend Warriors. Somebody wants to sign the Slug. We got Joe Rogan here in the background. So, as long as I'm not a jobber, and honestly, at this point, even as a jobber, I would avoid getting fired. Right? Only paid for winning matches. Sign the wheel, make the deal. Yes, yes, yes. I avoid getting fired by the school, and I sign a deal where I only get paid when I win, and I get paired with Joe Rogan. So, I mean, look, personally, when it comes to podcasts, put me on the Joe Budden podcast, not on the Rogan podcast. That's just me. And, hey, a new theme song, so I'm going to jam out to a new theme song. It's fine. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, sure. This song is terrible, but I want to keep this deal. Well, well, well. We're supposed to be a team, Slug. We gotta dress the same, right? So, you gotta put me in that... No, I'm not a UFC guy. I mean, look, I'm here now at Weekend Warriors, but, no, you put on my gear, Mr. Rogan, and your $1 billion Spotify deal. Yeah, alright. One of us has got to be a team player. So, get dressed. And now I'm in a tag team. The two men with the eye patches, Attackslug and Joe Rogan, are a team. And we only get paid, or I only get paid, when I win. It's a 42-week deal. So, alright. My goal now, that I have finally solidified a contract, for the time being, is winning a championship. But standing in my way, finally a crowd, but standing in my way, we have Haku, Meng, and he's definitely dangerous, and somebody else. So we'll find out who somebody else here is going to be very shortly in Weekend Warriors. Yes, yes. All right, who's it going to be? Haku and Mr. Fuji are here. All right, fantastic. Love to see it. So, after that match, when Dax got tapped out to Jungle Boy, they undid the handcuffs, attacked Luchasaurus, and cut off his horns. They cut off his horns. Right now, I've heard the reason we don't have a Luchasaurus action figure is because that mask is kind of an off-the-shelf mask, right? So obviously, copyright is involved there. And I've heard that he has been in the process of getting a brand new custom mask designed for that Luchasaurus. So this to me says, hey, that new mask is now ready. So, obviously, in wrestling, when you're going to get rid of your old gimmick, you destroy it. Like, make it part of an angle, because that makes sense. If you're already planning on getting your hair cut, then guess what? You're going to have a match where you lose your hair in the match. Looking at you, Baron Corbin. Idiot. Anyhow, DDT on Haku. That's not going to affect... You don't headbutt a Samoan, basically. So, we had Team Taz attacking the merch guys for Darby and Sting. You had Britt Baker fought Shana and won, right? Dynamite, the commentary team, good God. What is happening here? It's all falling apart. And we had the fact that there was Thunder Rosa afterwards to go after Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. They're on fire on commentary. That's really funny. Also, Haku here, double tough, man. Double tough. But these rope breaks are doing no favors here at all. Belly to belly. Don't tag in Mr. Fuji. Oh, back. Body drop. Whoa there, Fuji. Relax. Relax. Don't get out the dust. The salt. I don't want it in my face. Main event was the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks taking on the Dark Order. And that was, you know, an 8-man tag team extravaganza. And wouldn't you know it, the Bullet Club, and they keep calling them Bullet Club. I'm like, wait, doesn't New Japan own that trademark? But hey, it is what it is, man. Wrestling. Come on, Joe Rogan, help me out here. Help me out, right? So after the match, we had Phoenix, we had Mox, we had Omega. There was business, and commentary left. They were like, look, we're mad about it being on fire. We're just going to leave now. We're just going to leave now. So now it is Joe Rogan and Mr. Fuji, I think, are legal. So, come on, Fuji. Give me that dust, Fuji. Alright, moving on to NXT. Man, more Dynamite. They're continuing the Dusty Cup on both sides. So, MSK advanced over Dane and Maverick, which they should have. You are not going to hire a tag team and debut them in a tag team tournament and have them lose in the second match. It's just not going to happen, right? I would say MSK is at least going to be in the finals, if not winning the whole thing. But then again, we'll see on that. Now, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez also advanced in their match in the Dusty Cup. Also, this camera is pissing me off, so we're going to change it to side tracking back to that and see how that works. If that's any better or worse, we shall see. We had Tyler Rust beating up a jobber, which, sure, fine. More Dusty Cup as Leon Ruff and Kushida's run is over. They lost to the grizzled young veterans. Soon to be, yeah, etc., etc. But then The Way attacked Kushida after the match, right? And then Dexter Lumis was there to stare at The Way. So some more North American title shenanigans happening on all sides of that coin, right? But also, there was supposed to be a Cruiserweight title match this evening, but somebody attacked the challenger backstage and he could not make it into this matchup, right? Why bring the flaming chair into the ring? What is wrong with you, Mr. Fuji? Seriously, what? Thinking. And what happened there was that they obviously blamed Fantasma for that beadness, because you kind of would, because that was the challenger, right? But somebody, and that somebody being Cross, left a card, the Dragon Suplex, on Mr. Fuji, taking him out, making him humble. But I'm like, why would Karrion Kross leave a calling card for Escobar when Cross is not a cruiserweight? And I'm like, what is the play there? What is the plan there? I'm very, very confused on that. Fuji! Anyhow, we had Toni Storm call out Io Shirai. Out comes Io. They brawl. Guess what? Mercedes Martinez. That all becomes... Oh, Haku with the kick there to the side of the dome. This is falling apart ever since the announce table fell apart. Okay, so Bronson Reed beat Swerve. We had O'Reilly and Balor in the main event. The unlikely tag team of O'Reilly and Balor fighting Birch and Lorcan. And O'Reilly tapping out Danny Burch. Afterwards, of course, Pete Dunne and then the rest of the Undisputed Era came out to do their thing. And then very briefly, we had Balor standing tall with the Undisputed Era. So that was interesting. But then he bailed on that, and that was kind of the end of that show. So there you go. Those are your shows for the Wednesday evening there. Submission maneuver on Haku. But Mr. Fuji breaks it up. Can you stop, Mr. Fuji? Put me down, Mr. You aren't legal. Fuji! I would very much like that with Haku. Powerbomb. Just sit out. Batista bomb. And of course, we get a garbage rope break here in Weekend Warriors. His feet were not even close to the ropes. It was fine. German. Release German. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. And I get paid for being on the winning tag team in this matchup, baby. But my status not affected. My attitude, my status not affected. 1,200. The money finally going up. It's about time. All Cobain left to go to All American Wrestling. Jesse Bell is going to Federation Online. Misawa renewed his deal with Rising Sun. Dusty Rhodes defeated the Bounty to be the new TV champion of April Leaf Grappling. Bud Harley has been released and is now on the Indies. Danny Mite's strength has gone down. Scott Norton got released by Weekend Warriors. Well. Wait, what? I just had a match. So, improve yourself? That's fine. Look, I signed a 42-week contract, and I don't mind having a day off. That's fine. I'm AttackSlug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. See you next time. and I'm out.